Hello, hello, hello. Hopefully everybody is doing well. Wow. Hello, Murdoch. Hello, Haas. Hello, Grendel. Hello, Nixie. Hello, Dolphin. How's everyone doing today? And hello, K-pop. Bots beat me today? No, Murdoch, Haas, and Grendel, definitely beat it on the Twitch side for sure. I was talking about you right now? What a coincidence. You were talking- why were you talking- what? Hello, John Vessa! Thank you so much for resubscribing on Twitch. I really, really appreciate it. Also, I need to write a note to myself. There's already a note. There's already- I was about to say, I need to, write a note to myself to add alerts to the just chatting screen. There's already a note. Oh, there's already a note to say to do that. Okay. ×2. Oh boy. Stick it beside the door rough sheet. No, Vessa. You're killing me here, oh my gosh. Slow self-mutilating costume fabrication be this afternoon? That sounds dangerous. Is the costume, like... Are you fighting with the costume? Note to self, the note is already there. Oh, jeez. Yeah. I feel like I'm hearing myself more today. Is that weird? That's weird. I feel like I'm, like, able to hear myself more today. That's a really strange feeling. I'm not sure I like that. Gotta lurk for a bit while I force myself out of bed so I can get breakfast for once. Technically lunch, but you know. Hey, you got a brunch, right? You got brunch going. My Exacto bit me already? Well, train your Exacto better. You gotta train that thing. You gotta make it work for you. I had an Exacto in art school, and I drew a little shark face on it. Decided to do a surprise stream last night, and it wiped me out. Nixie, what? When did you do? My gosh. OGs count what? Vessa! I'm making a history art project right now, and that's why I was talking about you, because the project is about art. Oh, okay. How's the history art project going right now? What is what does it entail? What is Exacto? It's a brand of a blade. It's a brand of a I always call it Exacto. I don't even know the actual word for the product. Yes, exactly, Grendel. Exacto? That's how I say it anyway. In art class, are we talking about knives? Yeah, I was, why are you being so weird? Yeah, I had a, I guess it was more like a box cutter, because we had to build our own portfolios out of, like, this giant sheet of cardboard that took up, like, half a room, and, we had box cutters, but there was a large enough surface that I drew a shark face on mine. Box cutter or utility knife? There you go. Yeah, I mean, I've used box cutters and then I've used, like, Exacto, which is, like, you know, real precision blade. Tiny knife making it easy to make small designs. Also good for cosplay. There you go. Here they're called Sheezacto? Like, Cheeseacto? What? Sheezacto? Is that, like, a different brand? Is it the same product with a different name? I'm here eating steak and staring at the Vtuber assets because I see a pirate hat. You can actually thank Vessa for that one. The existence of the pirate hat is because of Vessa. I haven't spoken in chat in a while. I try and lurk without disrupting the forest creatures. Oh my god, you've been lurking? I would have no idea. I keep forgetting lurking is a thing. It sounds so bad, but thank you to the lurkers who I don't thank enough because I keep Oh, I'm such a bad streamer. It's the precise same product, but the X letter is pronounced she's, like sheesh? Huh. She's Acto. That's interesting. That is an interesting choice. But yeah, we've got the assets going. I'm not a bad streamer, I'm just used to a yappy chat. No, it's like I can yap by myself just fine. I just sort of like, I forget that there are people who prefer lurking because they're working on other creative endeavors, which isn't a bad thing at all. I just sort of like get lost in my confused world, I suppose? I don't know. But thank you anyone who's lurking and pursuing creative things while watching. I really, really appreciate it. But yeah, we're gonna be continuing the assets today. So what I did off stream is the part that takes me the longest, and that is the line art. So I've done pretty much all of the line art, for the assets, and I was talking to someone the other day, and they were saying, you probably did too much, and I said I know, but I kind of created a precedent. So what I think I'm probably going to do is, I'm going to, keep my precedent one more time for, winter holiday, and then with the next year, I'll probably do, like, smaller collections, because then, you know, the larger collections, the very basic general stuff, can be from, last year's work, which, you know, it's evergreen. You can continue using that year on year end. Lurking love, yes, there you go. Also, hello, John. The Council of Lurkers silently watches and trudges the streamers. The Council has dubbed Starlight Akari best Fox artist VTuber and supporter endeavor to become the biggest and best VTuber artist she can be. Thank you, Happy. Yes, it's funny, right? Like we're in a forest, and yet you guys are the one watching me from behind the trees and behind the shadows. The candy. Nixie, I drew as much of the candy as I could last night, and I sort of almost gave up halfway-ish. No, I got the candy done. I need to learn how to do, like, simplified tricks that other artists know how to do. Like, if you look at a bunch of, skeb artwork, like, there's a lot of very talented people there, but they do a lot that are very, very smart. They use their time well, and they can sort of, like, simplify the feeling, so instead of doing, like, line art for every single piece like I'm doing, like a moron, they are much better at sort of, simplifying that, so I need to learn some of those tricks. Did I miss the Halloween picture being finished, or is it being revealed at a certain date? So, C-Hero and I were talking, he is writing his, sort of, like, lore fiction piece for the piece? Piece for the piece. Wow. He is writing for the art piece, and we kind of agreed that we would post that at the same time, and then I'm also working on doing a somewhat okay speed paint, just to show the, just to show the process to the best of my ability. I have learned that I, need to set up stream VODs in a different way in the future so that they're not extremely grainy. But yeah, we learn from experience, right? But the goal is to post that sometime next week. So they're trying to finish the story, and I'm trying to finish the speed paint, and then we're gonna try and get all of it released next week. That is the goal anyway. Because I need to finish the assets first, and then I can focus on finishing the speed work. Continue Sarkin just outside the crystal light waiting for prey. Also, hello, Geekish! Ads are over, I've arrived. You know what, like, I don't know if there's Yeah, this probably is a restream thing, but because I don't have the Twitch page up, I can't actually see when you guys are getting caught in the ads. I should probably figure that out. Just became a fan of the Owl House today. Have you watched it? I have. Yeah, I have watched it. Owl House is very, very good, in my opinion. I think I've watched right up to before they did their last hiatus a few months ago. So I haven't seen season 3, and I don't think I've seen the end of season 2. Me who turns my sketches into line art. I've done both, Nixie. Well, I mean, you guys have seen sort of during the stream that I've kind of done a bit of that. There's been times where I kind of sketch with a line art pen and then clean up a bit as I go, and then there's other times where I have the rough sketch and then try to do the line art. I think, Nixie, the way that you're doing it, turning the sketches into line art, in my personal opinion, works better, because you're not losing the movement and flow that you had in the sketches. So, personally, I try to lean more towards that method, but then there's other times where it just helps to start over clean. I kind of change depending. If I'm doing a speed painted piece where there is no line art, then I will just, like, paint my lines into line art. Just want to make sure I didn't miss something about it. I'll throw it in the Discord as well. I have a few pieces I still have to post in the Discord, actually, so... Yeah, I know I've talked before about how much I have to play catch-up. I'm hoping to just be able to post a few pieces that some of you guys haven't seen yet, or at least be able to post, video of them. You're the only human to canonically fight me and outwit banish me. Need to have an anther form. Ads or support for while it's sticking through them is the least I can do. Thank you, Geekish. I appreciate it. Honestly, like, if I could just get rid of ads, you know I would. I just clean up the sketch by erasing any chicken scratch. Yeah, there you go. Perfect. I only just noticed the rainbow ear fluff. Yeah, the inside of my ears having the little, rainbow texture, that sort of, like, that's something that I've, kind of always had in any form, and it stands out. Don't play catch-up, burn everything down and start fresh. Best. Okay. I'm half taking that advice already. Because, like, I want to show you guys the later stuff I've done. But there has been art that I have debated on posting, like, earlier, when I had, when I was, like, early days of VTubing, that I was also very behind on. And at this point, I just sort of treat it as that stuff is not at my current level, so I don't really feel the need to post it. But I'm going to catch up on the current stuff that I do think is, closer to where I am at. Just don't stand in the house you're about to burn down. Bessa's been trying to get me to burn things for I don't even know how long now. I've always loved rainbow shading shifts and super real night sky looks. I tend to add them to my game aesthetics whenever I can. Oh, nice. Yeah, I mean, like, my whole theming here is, like, rainbows, prisms, crystals, and I actually used to be a little bit more focused on more of, like, a darker night sky vibe. I've sort of shifted into something a little bit more lighter, but I still keep some of those dark night sky feelings because I love those as well still. It's funny, I actually thought that, like, I mean, I guess I've sort of shifted that look since, but my older look that was a bit darker, that actually you can see is reflected on my Discord icon because the Discord icon is extremely old, where everything is sort of more night sky themed. My sort of vision for that entire look, I've always considered as something that was fairly unique, and I just found out the other day that they gave it a name the aesthetic community has given it a name, and now they call it Aurora Core. And I'm like, I've never heard of this. You guys did not have a name for this when I came to being. So that was interesting for sure. If I could paint my walls with the Your Name night sky, I definitely would. Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. It always gets weird with me and Murdoch. That's why if I consume reality, it's called Weirdmageddon, not Armageddon. Gosh, I wonder where you got that from. Vessa just wants to watch the world burn? True, and frankly, I can't blame her this week in particular. Make a Stars Old art channel in Discord to post and post it there might be a good encouragement for newer artists. That's not a terrible idea, but also extremely embarrassing. Maybe at some point, like, I've noticed that there are some artists when they sort of get a little further in their career, they do one of those, like, look at my old sketchbook type things, so maybe I'll do that someday and you guys can cringe with me. Aurora Core is great. Yeah, it's exactly what I've been feeling. I just didn't know that it turned into a name. That's Aurora Borealis at this time of year. Localized entirely to Akari's character design. Jeez, I hate how well that works. What will I be working on today? We're gonna jump into the Halloween assets in just a sec. I'm sort of like chatting with chat a bit, I suppose. I love talking to you guys. It really brightens my day. It makes life fun and enjoyable, honestly. I shared my DeviantArt with you. That is embarrassing. Murdoch, you haven't seen my old art. I haven't shown that to anybody. But yeah, I know we all have our embarrassing times for sure. Also, thank you, Geekish. That is another piece that I need to post publicly at some point, and now I can because now Sapphire's actually seen it. So that is also on the burner to post. And by burner, I don't mean lighting things on fire. I really wish I could stay, but alas, today's the busiest day. Alright, no worries, Vessa. Thank you very, very much for stopping by and saying hello. I'm wishing you the best at work. I know that's not gonna be easy, but try to take food and try to save it for later if you can. I'm wishing you all the best, genuinely. Everyone give Vessa good vibes. I've seen some old art from the YouTube channel. Grendel, that's not old in comparison. You realize we all need to see the old art? Maybe someday. Maybe someday. I love chatting with you. You bring such positive vibes. Ah, geekish, the pun! I love the pun. Thank you, though. That slipped my mind. I needed post art as well. Almost forgot. I was waiting for her to see it too. Yeah. Yeah, Geekish, I really like the piece you did for her as well. I really like the whole environment that you were doing. It was really nice. I'll start in the Discord? Wait, what? I'm a pro to stick figure art. Hey, there are people who have made, full careers with their stick figure work. Some of the best animations were those, Stickman YouTube videos, if anyone remembers those. Alright, with that being said, we are going to jump into our main scene here, and actually get going with the assets. And I'll zoom out so you guys can actually see what it is we are working with. So, as you can see, we've got all of the line art done. Oh, geez, there's a lot of line art. But it's all good. It is all good. And, I started painting a few pieces just so because I sort of wanted to get like a feeling for what we were going for. So I kind of want to do like that sort of like rendered Pixiv style, if you guys know what I mean. That's sort of what I like to try to lean towards with VTuber assets, because it seems to be how most VTubers look. It seems to match people's aesthetic the most. So I can't match every single VTuber style, but I try to get the widest sample that I can, right? By starting the Discord, I meant old pieces. You don't have to if you don't want to, if it's embarrassing, but I miss old YouTube, yeah. Alan Becker really did a great job with stick figures. Alan Becker, that name sounds extremely familiar, but for some reason I don't recognize it right now. I know Ethan Becker. Am I thinking of Ethan Becker when I feel like I remember Alan Becker? I thought nobody noticed? The comment brightens up my day. My day's a little boring. I'm just doing marketing homework. Hey, but marketing is just like a nice field overall. I mean, homework is usually a little but marketing is just a fun thing in general. I had an idea for an asset, but I don't know if it would be too cheesy. I don't think we're gonna be able to add any more to the Halloween assets, but I'm definitely willing to hear the idea, for future assets. Even if it's I mean, come on, I have a paper plate here. It can't be much cheesier than a paper plate. Smartphones appified the internet, it took a hit. I mean, yeah, you're not wrong, because, like, that's like, why DeviantArt died, basically. So yeah, we've got, I still want to add a little bit to the Pirate Hat. What I'm probably going to do for the stream is get the base I can for all the paintings, and then go back in and start, like, forcing the highlights a little bit more. But yeah, I think what I'm probably going to do for this stream is we're going to get the veil on the princess hat done, the paper plate because I think it's goofy and I know we can do that, and maybe the cat in the bat because I know that you guys wanted to see that being worked on. Yeah, I think Grendel wants to see the bat. Also, hello Churros, how's everything? My idea was to start with a baseball, then add wings, ears, and little feet and make it a baseball bat. Oh my gosh. I love that. I love that idea. I think that that is a great pun. My one thing is that what I've noticed with assets is you can't be as punny as you would like if you're going for really, really general. So I think the idea itself is really good, and I love puns myself. But with assets, I think you have to be extremely generic. I think, like, the message has to read really fast. At least that's how I'm doing mine. I know that, there's other VTubers who are doing strange niche joke type things. But I'm trying to make, like, in this spot anyway, I'm trying to make, very easy to read stuff. And by easy to read, I mean, like, you know, stuff that kids immediately know what it is. Hey, and I'm such an internet weeb. When you said Pixiv style, I automatically knew what you meant. Yeah. I mean, like, that's a style I really like, but, it's also, like, what the AI is being trained on right now, so we gotta be a little careful. I'm happy the marketing class makes us do things we can use in real life. Our final group project, we're creating a marketing plan for my marketing, and I had to create a survey for marketing research I can implement in real life business. I love that. I love when assignments apply to what you're personally doing. I went with probably my second least embarrassing sketch. Amazing. I'm pun-sertive about my puns? I'm more pun-aggressive and expungement. I can't even read that without laughing, Grendel. Have I ever considered making animated shorts? Could be a fun learning experience. I have in the past. Yeah, I've considered, not so much animated shorts, but at some point I want to do, like, alright, hang on. I need to think about what I'm doing here instead of just going into nothing. Where's my plate reference? Here we go. Flat base, plate, grab a darker color, get it to look very cheesy. Get that, beautiful plastic feeling. That's what we want. I'm just using this as a guide. I don't want to actually use it for the color, but what I'm going to do here is I'm just sort of doing airbrushed highlights and things. And kind of giving it the feeling of plastic. I'm gonna see how well I can mimic this feeling. But yeah, I haven't considered animated shorts, but I have considered things like how Merryweather Media does comics, sort of like the flat pictures that kind of move along with a narrative. And I have thought that I want to do, like, not animated shorts, but, like, GIFs that have a few more frames, a little bit cleaner, but much shorter. So, like, the only thing I've done similar to that has been, like, my follow alert, and I want to do things that are actually hand-drawn instead of puppeted. I think that would be fun. So I have a bunch of references of these silly plates, and I'm just kind of going around and figuring out where I can throw in the shadows and the highlights and such. Did I hear Merryweather fangirl screams? We love Merryweather. Merryweather's great. His ideas are phenomenal. I was listening, Rayless recently did an interview with him, and it was a really, really good interview. I learned a lot. And he was talking at one point about how your lore and ideas and such, like, if you're just sort of, like, slapdashing it together, then it can come off, like, you know, a little over the top, but if you really take the time to think and consider and really plan out your ideas, then they can actually really get to people, and they can see the passion you have for the project, and it comes off in the work, and they can see the story as something to be taken very seriously. Which was really, you know, there was something about that I really loved hearing. I don't really know how else to describe it. There was just something about it that was really nice. There we go. See, I just had that as like a marker on where to paint, and now we have something that actually is starting to look a bit more plate-like. It's amazing how much things change once you get rid of the line art where you don't need it. Because then you're getting something that's like more photographic, because, you know, real life doesn't have lines all over it. That's not the right brush. And then we can use sort of this highlight to get the indent of the plate. Starting to feel more plate-like. I feel like I should have squeezed that in a little tiny bit. Also, hello, Steve. I don't think I said hi to you earlier, but hello, hello. First time I've ever heard of plastic being described as beautiful. Beauty in the rendering. Smudge them which out of bed as a casualty. Yeah, it's fine. It's like I'm doing it all in one layer, kind of carelessly, but as long as I paint it over, then we're okay. Also, I'm gonna have to erase that I didn't realize earlier. Meme Girls is one of, if not my favorite webcomic series. That'd be interesting, like storytime, funny and fun moments from art school. Oh, that would be interesting. Jeez, what would I even do for that? I'm trying to think of stuff that, like, is just funny and not just downright disturbing. Because it's art school, you know. It's amazing to play this complicated. It's why I quit art and prefer to hire others. Be careful not to crumble the plate when tightening it. The plate could pass as ceramic. Ooh, yeah, I need to add more highlights then. Get rid of that look. Plastic has, like, obnoxious highlights, so if I push that, it will feel more plasticky. I'm sure you guys have seen, like, I know Sapphire's done this challenge as well, but there's, like, material challenges that you can do as an artist, where you paint spheres or cubes, with different amount of highlights to sort of make something, look like it's a certain material. And that's kind of what I'm doing here, is, like, sort of pushing that material feeling. And I don't want to do it all the way around, because these are always broken up a bit. I do feel like there's not enough of a rim, but it's a little late now. That's okay. Just gonna add a little bit on this side to sort of complete the circular feeling. Still's not quite where I want it yet. I think this piece needs a little bit of a softer highlight, probably. There we go. Yeah, that helps. That'll do it. I'm trying to get the feeling of its depth. So that helps. And it's not, I'm not using like a nice yellow highlight because the plastic is sort of just reflecting off of a more monotone type surface, if that makes sense. Not monotone, basic light what am I trying to say? I can't think of what I'm trying to say right now. And then because it's stylized, I'm going to push the highlights a little closer to white, just so that we can sort of see them more from a distance. But the one thing I really love about these assets is that, in my personal opinion, the coloring is the most fun and doesn't take that much time. Compared to, you know, like the line art, like I was saying earlier. I'm going to reduce that and make this a little bit deeper, so that it actually feels like there's more of an indent here. And I'm going to bring back that highlight one more time. Over here. It won't really matter because that's going to be covered with fake paper, but, you know. And then just because I want to add a little bit of extra, I will throw in a slight, how can I do this? What if I tried it this way? Oh. I want to be careful how I do this. That's okay. And throw in a little bit of a highlight here, just to give it a little bit of a different color. Do I want to bother with that? Or yeah, that's fine. Reduce that. Probably not really apparent, but that's okay. And then I think I need to move the line art just a tiny bit on their face. So you can sort of see the bottom here. Hang on a sec, let me catch up with chat, because I was sort of getting lost in the plastic. As lame as that sounds. Speaking of webcomics, I've been devouring articles from the bad webcomic Wiki, and I love it. I need such cringe to live. Jeez. I should give the motion webcomic shorts a shot like Jaden. Oh, no. Jaden goes all out with her animations. Those take hundreds of hours. I mean, her work is phenomenal, but yeah, her stuff is very intense. I volunteer for Bakadoodles, or Bakadoodles become commissionable like Skeb or YCH. I want to do that. I want to open Bakadoodles sooner than later. I haven't let go of that idea. I have not let go of it. It's just, trying to figure out everything else first I have to catch up on everything else before I can, like, even consider opening them, so I want to, though. And I still don't know, like, how I'm going to arrange it, but there we go. We went from something completely flat to something that actually looks like it has sort of a form. And then we can do something really silly here. Okay. This is still flat, right? Yep, I painted directly on it. That's fine. We're going to go in here, cut out the eyes very quickly. Here, we're going to add a new layer. We're going to color this in, like, sort of a charcoal black. And then... what did I do before? Let me see if I can find it really fast. Construction paper texture. This is great. This makes it fun. Even if no one will see it. I don't care. It brings me satisfaction. How can I do this? Shoot. Okay, wait. Grab this. Grab you two. Grab this again. Select and invert. Delete. There we go. And multiply. And now it looks like straight up construction paper. I love that. I love that so much. Let me make that a little brighter so we can see it. No one else is going to care about this detail but me, but I do not care. I love it. And then... It adds even more of that cringy kid feeling. It's phenomenal. We're gonna add a little bit of white so we can see the texture a bit more here. I love it. That's sort of paper grain. Yeah, exactly. I'd make a mint on Bakadoodles for us to generate. Oh my god. I remember when the Has-Been Hotel girl wasn't still very known and was stirring up drama online. Oh, Bibsy Pop? She... yeah, I'm not gonna say anything on that. She's kind of been in the circles of animation world drama for a bit. That's all I have to say on the matter, but I don't have any personal experience, so I really don't have anything to say. But yeah, there was stuff before Has-Been Hotel. Yeah, the cache animation was phenomenally done, though. I can tack it on my South Park character's face and it would not be out of place now. I need a Bakadoodle credit card? How would that work? What? Alright, let me make sure that I actually clean this up correctly. And I'm just going to grab from here because it's maybe easier. Maybe not. Yeah, I'm just gonna grab it from here. I'm just gonna cheat my way through. Churros, thank you for resubscribing on Twitch. I really appreciate it. Thank you. We are going to throw our same grain here. We're gonna hide it. We're going to get rid of our second layer. This might be a little trickier because of how we did this. A credit card to afford all the Bakadoodles. I want to get on it at some point. I really do. They're really fun to do. And I think I could actually, like, as I go, I can actually improve the quality of the Baka-doodles, as strange as that sounds. But I am sort of like learning to do a more stylized comic look, so I was actually studying the artist who does the work for Merryweather. That makes sense, right? Alright, I'm just sort of going here with the eraser. Just quickly cleaning this up. What's a Baka-doodle? What was the magic with that? What I just did with the green bit? What part? What part? What was the... I just, I selected the area, and then I just used a, fill bucket tool. That's all. Alright, make this a little bit lighter, so that we can actually see things, and it matches the same color palette. I feel like this didn't work as well, and I think it's because I stretched it too much, right? It works well enough, it's fine. Still need to make this a little bit lighter, so that we can see it. Am I painting in the right area? I am, I think. I'm not. I'm not painting in the right area. Well, that would make a difference now, wouldn't it? There we go. Alright, make that a little bit darker still. And then this part here is just going to be... How are we gonna do this? We're gonna fill this with a basic clear coat, and then we are just going to do a soft erase in the middle here. There we go. You hang out in Senpai's server now and again, you understand. Yeah, I do make, I make silly doodles of all of these crazy people here when I just simply can't help myself because the antics are so great. How's the one you casually previewed to me a while back coming? Or did I put it on hold? I put that on hold. I'm kind of wondering if it's too insulting. I'm kind of nervous about that. So I don't know. I'd like to. I think it would be fun, and it would actually be like a more on the serious side in terms of how it's rendered. But I'm kind of nervous about it. Do it. You don't even know what it is. Alright. I'm gonna say that that is the mask for now. What I'm probably going to do is I'm going to, like I said before with the line art, I'm probably going to clean up the line art, or let's see if I can just sort of do that right now just to give you guys an idea. When you get rid of the line art, things actually just sort of feel more believable. Actually, I can do that right now. Awesome. Make that a little bit darker. I think that's actually a separate... Yeah, tape is its own layer. Beautiful. Let me try to get right there to the edge. Yes! Now it actually looks like something you would be cutting out. And I'll make this a little bit darker just for the edges here. Just so we can actually see what's going on. I don't want to make it super clean, but I just want to be able to differentiate it a little bit more. Sort of going back and forth on it a bit. There we go. And then this... There's our regular line art. Okay. Kind of go with something darker, but toned to each piece. So we've got like a very dark red, for instance. Go around the edges, soften it up a bit. Yeah. I feel like you're pure that you can't possibly have a dark side. The brighter the light, the harsher the shadow. Oh! Yikes. Yikes. I don't know how to, how to respond there. Ah, we got our stupid paper plate mask. I love it so much. It's so dumb. Alright. Let me make sure I didn't accidentally just, like, delete all the color. I didn't, right? This is just, detail, right? What did I do? What did I do? Where's the rest of the color? I think yeah, it's just in between here. Okay. Let me make sure that's not gonna change anything. That's fine. That's fine. There we go. Got everything else? Awesome. Woo! Save that. Wait, can we quickly test it? Can we quickly test how stupid this is? Let's see if we can quickly test it. Yes. Beautiful. Phenomenal. Oh, that's probably one of the dumbest ones I've ever done, but it makes me happy. I'm a messy crier at puppy videos. Given the anime I watch. Need a headband, tape and hair is no good. It's fine. It's fine. Alright. Let's do some cool things here with the princess veil. Where's my reference for that? So what we're gonna do for that, it's gonna be a little trickier. We're going to throw a dark color behind it. So we can actually see what we're doing. This might actually take some trial and error. I might have to do this at a later point, but what I kind of want to try doing, as best I can, is sort of erasing when there's only one layer, and being very general with it. I have to sort of be soft here. And then I need something a bit harsher in color to sort of do with the overlap. Need something a little more on the pink side, less on the red side. I know it looks really messy right now, but there's a method to my madness. There usually is, I swear. And it kind of is going to feel a bit more see-through. And I'll add a little bit of white too, just to create that lighter feeling. That's probably going to take a bit more trial and error. So I won't bother you guys too much with it, but I wanted to give you guys the idea of what I was thinking when I was working with it. And then when that's actually on someone, you'll see the transparency of it, right? So, like, if someone is on a background here, you'll kind of be able to see the in-between. And I just realized that I haven't painted in the lines now because I had to ruin that to do the effects. Okay, that's fine. We'll clean that up for later. It's gonna be hard to test, but it'll be all good. That's kind of the feeling I'm going with. I just need to push it more. Like, this probably needs to be much more transparent. Something like that. You get the idea. Can't picture Cardi watching an R-rated movie. Yeah, no. Not about that life, no. You've got that right, at least, that I would not be doing that. I have no interest in that. Drop the mal for the judgment of your peers? What's mal? I feel like I've heard that, and I don't quite remember what the acronym stands for. Alright, we've done a stupid mask, and we've done a little bit of the veil. Oh, my anime list. It's like, I know I've heard that. Why does that not sound familiar? I haven't made a my anime list account. I don't think I would have a big enough list, compared to most people on there, so. Got pirate hat, princess hat, yep. I think we should just start playing with the bat a bit, because I think that is something that you guys would enjoy. Also, we have Oreo spiders. I'm happy with this. It's goofy but fun. I mean, most everything here is goofy but fun, but yeah. How do I want to paint in the bats? I'm kind of referencing an old bat design that I made beforehand. So let's see if we can do anything with this. Make sure that everything is locked. We're gonna paint him right on it. We're gonna go with sort of like a purpley gray to start off. Something a little darker. And I want to start doing some pillow shading, where we're gonna see the bases here. And then might want to make the shadow a little bit more. See if I can heighten the saturation of this overall a bit. Oh, shoot. I have to select it separately if I'm gonna do that, otherwise it takes everything with it. Shift this, shift that, maybe not as much. How do I want to do this? A little bit dark, a little bit saturated. Maybe a little less. Should be good. Give it a little more life. I know Owl House is an anime, but can I call it American anime? Pretty much, like, that's like on the same line as Avatar, right? I wouldn't say it's anime. It's sort of like anime style inspired, but I think that they are closer to a Western style. A modern Western style, which is more anime influenced these days because the artists at Disney nowadays are anime fans, but I would still say it would fall under a Western animation category. I've made an anime list account. I had to be able to close my 100 tabs. Oh, well, in that case, maybe I should, because I'm sure you can have, like, a need to watch still list, and that would be useful. The placement of the pirate and princess hat made me think of something, but it's a Zelda spoiler. I don't know if I should say it. It's not for any of the new games, right? I don't know how to handle spoilers in chat, honestly, if it's something that's older. I guess I would say hold off, but if you want to, like, DM it to me, it's fine. I'm guessing it's, like, a Wind Waker or Phantom Hourglass thing. When coloring the bat, what if I do it in white leather with red stitching? Oh, I completely forgot that this was supposed to be in plush form. I kind of ended up making it realistic. Oreo spiders. I wonder what Hylas would think about that. I keep imagining the bat as purple due to the Zubat family. Yeah, true. I don't apply the must be from Japan rule to branding things. It's not that I'm saying that it must be from Japan, it's that the Owl House, in my personal opinion, doesn't have a more traditional anime style, I suppose. I mean, neither do a lot of, I don't know. I kind of think it's leaning a little bit more on the Western front, personally. My anime list is purely a horde of to watch. Okay. Avatar was drawn up in anime in South Korea? Yeah, it's kind of like, I don't know, I've seen the debate back and forth on that one. Could I elaborate a bit more on the logic behind the lighting and shading I just did? So basically all I did for the moment is, let me just go back here. So I had my base color, right? We've got just a flat gray. And then this is what I want to call pillow shading. So it's not actually a good way to shade in the beginning. It's fine as like to establish as a base, but you don't actually want to pillow shade for most of your pieces. The reason I'm okay with pillow shading here is because I'm just sort of throwing down a general light source that's not coming from any one particular direction. So again, like, I wouldn't do this if I was painting things in an environment. Because it's a standalone item, I'm a little more okay with it. And then I'm just sort of putting it on other pieces, so like the feet, and then the belly, and then the wings, and the ears, and then I just sort of alter the color a bit. I might have to adjust the color based on different screens later on. So what I've done now that I've sort of just established that pillow shading, the reason that people don't say not to do pillow shading is because it's really non-precise. You're not actually, like, picking a light source. You're kind of just adding shading where you think it looks good. But, again, like I said, because these do not have a light source, I don't need to be as particular about it. So I'm intentionally doing what you really shouldn't be. But then I'll do things like I'll go back to that darker color, and I will add a little bit of dark here around the nose, sort of soften that up. And if you want, yeah, I can add pillow shading to my ever-growing list of future tutorials. I'm just sort of trying to make this a little bit softer. And then I might use an airbrush and kind of go around the mouth a bit. And go a little smaller with a brush, and kind of just define that there is a little bit of a 3D space here. I don't want it to be too subtle, too strong, because if you don't make it subtle enough, it can start looking like, you know, gray lines, which we don't want. I've always had that question about pictures without specific light sources. Yeah, they're doing something called pillow shading. It's a lot of beginners do it because they haven't studied how to paint where light is coming from. So you'll see here, I'm kind of putting a little bit more color at the top and a little less at the bottom. I'm trying to subtly consider that the light source is coming from above. But again, I don't want to be too strong with it because I don't know where people are going to be using these, right? And generally you can always put a bit of highlight around a cheek. And I also feel the need to explain that pillow shading is not the same as soft shading. So what I'm doing right now with the airbrush is soft. But pillow shading is basically when you kind of just put your highlight in the middle of a piece and then hope that the edges stay dark. Like, for example, if we just have let's say the bat's fur is dark, and we just grab this light piece, if I just sort of went in the middle and went outwards like this, and then just kept adding light in the middle, that's pillow shading. What I would do to fix that is I would start individually putting highlights where they need to go. So I would start going on each piece and adding some light and dark. And I would figure out what part of my source is a bit darker. Again, I'm sort of going from top down because I don't know which direction there's going to be on each person's stream. You made it sound like dollar store discount shading. I mean, I don't mean to be rude, but in a way it kind of is, because you're trying to shade without knowing why. You're trying to avoid the fundamentals when you shade that way. You're not actually taking the time to learn why light and shadow go where they do. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, like, to each their own style. I don't mean to come off as unkind. But that is more how you are, that's more how you get trained traditionally, is, okay, just for the fun of it, really quick, if I was not doing an asset, if I was doing something that was actually in a scene, and let's say, like, for example, let's say the sun is, like, coming from over here, then I would be doing something closer to this. I would be grabbing the highlight on the cheek, the highlight on the face. I'd be picking up the top of the fur here. I'd be picking up the top of the ear. And this side of the ear. Top of the wing. I'd kind of make that gradually go a bit more. Probably use airbrush to actually not make it look so dirty. Pick up the top of the toes. And I'd probably start doing more subtle light on the other end, because it's not going to be in total darkness unless we're really simplifying it like for a comic. And then I'd also have a little bit on the back, which is called bounce light. So that's kind of the, like, when the light goes to the bottom of the ground and then bounces back up on the character. So we'd have a little bit of bounce light here on the bottom. I'd also be picking up a little bit of highlight here. So you can see the difference, right? Like, I can clearly understand what direction this object is coming from, and then I might make this even a little bit darker. And then have, like, mid-tone. And this might be, like, in the corner of a shop, let's say. And then I'd probably just use some highlights over here, just so we could sort of see the differentiation. And a little bit of catching on the rim. So if I'm paying attention to my actual light source, then that is the kind of thing I'm going to be doing. I can tell where my highlights are going to be. I'd probably force it a little bit more on the upper areas. Right? I'd probably really be pushing that. And I'd be using other colors, too. But that is when I can directly see where my light source is coming from. And then, if I'm not sure of the light source, or I just want to sort of play a little bit more of a fantasy style, that is where I am going to be working with something that is more what we would call pillow shading. Trying to find out where this went. I just painted directly on it. Okay. In order to see the light source a little bit more, I might go in and add some contrast, so I can push it a little bit. Actually, levels would probably help a little more. So I'm just sort of pushing my lights and darks a little further than I would know how to comfortably do it. And then I'm going to desaturate it a little bit because it's looking a little too purple. Yeah, that's more than I can comfortably do. Let me catch up here. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything. Any good materials to learn shading like a proper apprentice? Learn to shade a sphere. That is really, learn to shade basic forms. That actually is something I probably should do a lesson on at some point. Learn to shade basic forms, learn to shade something spherical, because everything here, like this muzzle, the top of the head, the cheeks, even a little bit of the fur here, it's all taking the same principles for shading spherical things, and then learn to shade things like cylinders, because then you want to learn the side shading. I can show you guys some of the stuff I've done in, I don't know where I can put this, but at some point later on, I can show you guys what I've done at a month art intensive. And we had to do things where we needed to paint something so that it was indistinguishable from a photo. That was interesting. I meant in the context of not knowing where the light's going to be, it's useful to know the quick and dirty method. Oh, okay, I see. You do a line as well, kind of like half a box to know where the light is coming from? I'm not entirely sure what you mean, Kitsu. A whole onion of layers. My layer work is a mess. Pillow shading is like giving models a gunk wash we played in the 3D aspect. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's a good way of... That's a good way of saying it. Do you sort of mean like, when you say gunk wash, do you mean like throwing in a dark color into the crevices and then just sort of like wiping it away before it dries? At least with that method, it's slightly more accurate because when you're getting into the crevices with the dark paint, you're creating the ambient occlusion. So that's like the absence of light, basically. You're creating the dark areas where light can't get into the recesses. So there is a logic to it, but yeah, it's the same sense of you're not really learning how light works, you're just sort of doing something that looks good. I need to be a little bit braver here with the bat. I'm trying to think of what color the inside of the wing should be. Maybe like a... Oh, you know what I should do? I'm going to color the inside of the wings. Maybe I actually should have done this. Can I... I'm just thinking a little bit here. If I take this off... Can I get in between here? Yes, I can. Awesome. Let's see if I can color that. Throw this back up. And then I have a little bit more control here. And that way, if we want to do variations, we very quickly can. So I'm just going to get in between the ears here. I can't select it because there is no line art there. It's sort of a soft thing on its own. Alright, can we select from there? Will it let me play with that? As long as we've got that much going on. More or less. That's fine. Helps us enough. I'll just sort of manually get on the lines where it didn't meet. There we go, and then I'll just kind of want to do like an in-between of these two colors, I think. Lock it, and paint it in. Awesome. So the beauty of this now is that once we paint the bat, we can just sort of make any variation we want very quickly, and I like that. Done with the next week's marketing homework, gonna go and get ready for the day. Gotta pack for the upcoming trip. If I'm still on, I'll pop back in, but if not, thank you for the cutesy, spooky vibes. Wonderful talking to you again, and have a magical day. Well, thank you very much, Geekish, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of the day yourself, and wishing you all the best. If the adorable bat is supposed to be Grendel with wings, it works. Oh my gosh, how often are you gonna end up just being called a bat, Grendel? Because you're gonna have to deal with that in the same way that I have to deal with being called a wolf. Have fun. Got a guitar lurk. Alrighty. Those washes are basically the nicer way to do panel lining. For that, it makes sense. For that, I can see it. Fruit bat? Ooh. That could be a fun thing to do. Let me try to add... So, pillow shading I'm okay with bat wings because there's kind of not as much to it, if that makes sense. There's not as much to play with because we're sort of just playing with transparency. Or the feeling of transparency, anyway. I won't be that often confused for a bat. I'm, yes, more demon, imp, gremlin, and ghost even. Fair enough. Crane, cat sensei sends his regards. Oh, really? Oh, jeez! Oh, jeez, that all loaded at the same time. Hello from Cat Sensei's stream. How is everybody doing? For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Starlight. I am or Akari. I can go by either name, whatever works. I am a celestial fox. I do different art streams of all kinds of varieties. And right now we are currently working on a set of Halloween assets. So we're in the middle of doing a bat piece, but we also have things like a pirate hat, princess hat. We just finished this paper plate. Where did the... There it is. We just did a paper plate asset. All kinds of fun things that you can wear as a VTuber very soon. I know the Halloween is approaching. I know that things are coming up soon, but we are getting them out as fast as we can. Hello. Hello, Raiders. How is everybody? How is the cat... Is the cat okay? First thing I would like to know. Is the lore cat okay? Because I wasn't able to stop in, but I'm slightly concerned for the well-being. I'm hoping everything is alright. No. He survived. Probably. Let's just say he's alive. No. Oh dear. Oh dear. Might have lost a couple of lives. The cat is scared and was chased by demons. Other than that, Catman is good. Okay, so might have been a little bit, few too many brushes with death. I hope that our poor lore cat recovers. Look, I am such a scaredy fox that like, even if I wasn't streaming, I don't know if I would be able to handle, like, attending the stream. That's how lame I am in comparison, so I am proud of him, frankly, for actually doing that, because That can't be easy. Especially, like, if you don't play that many scary games in general, like, that can't be easy. Mortuary Assistant is a terrifying game. He'll never be the same. Ah! No. I mean, like, I know that everyone is playing it, and I've seen some of the, I think it was Niji Sanji members playing it, and I was just kind of curious, but not curious enough, so I was like, I was watching it, on a phone, and I had the phone about a foot away from my face, and I had it tilted, like, 60 degrees, so I could barely actually see the screen. He has to do VR horror next week. Oh my gosh, you guys hit the goal? No! I mean, yes, but no! Yes, but no! I mean, that's really, really good, but also really bad. Oh, this poor cat. He's fine. Just water from before from tears. Oh no! I honestly, like, I would not be able to handle anything like that. A marathon horror stream. I'm very, very happy for him for hitting the member goal, but I'm also kind of scared for him. I could never do it. But, congrats to his community for hitting the member goal. That's phenomenal. I'm suggesting Cosmodread's VR horror roguelike. I don't know anything about any kind of VR horror games. I don't think I'd recognize any title that you say. But dang. I feel like I need to give him a little bat plush to hold while we're going through that horrible idea. Oh my gosh. Alright, let me get in some eyes so we're not staring at these soulless dots here. That is also still soulless. Give me a sec. I'm just gonna throw in some purple for now. I might redo these later, but I just sort of want the bat to be able to see so that it doesn't look so strange. I'm gonna need like 1,000,000 layers for each of these. This is ridiculous. I feel like I could make that cuter. There's something about that that actually feels unsettling. Well, I'm glad that you guys had fun. That does sound kind of terrifying, but hopefully all good. Hopefully all good. And see if I can throw in a nose here. Actually, I'll throw the nose on another layer. I'm not even naming my layers at this point. I'm just going to figure it out later. And hope that it all works out. I'm a professional, I swear. I'm only doing that because we have so many different pieces to the puzzle. Will the bat have tiny fangs? I completely forgot that that was a thing! Yeah, I probably should, otherwise he's just gonna look like a puppy. Yeah, I should probably give him fangs. That's a good idea, Grendel. Let's see. Size 4. Just throw that in real quick. That is a good idea, because we do not want... Yeah. That should have been done from the beginning. Thank you, Grendel. Make sure it's decent on either end. We dark beings have our fangs. Alright, fair enough. Thanks for the night. Where, why is that not showing up? Because it's on the wrong layer. It's not on the wrong layer. Why isn't it showing up? Because it's locked. There we go. Add, like, slight... There we go. Alright, that actually makes a lot more sense. That makes a lot more sense. Ba-ba-ba. Oh, shoot. Oh, I am dumb as all get out. Salem Nun, thank you so much for subscribing on YouTube. I really, really appreciate it. I think we are almost... and Eleazar Sheehan, thank you, thank you. What was I going to say? I think we've hit it now. I think we've hit over 300 subscribers on YouTube. Thank you, thank you! Was this just, like, was this, like, just not recognizing before? Crane, thank you for the bits! I really, really appreciate it. Oh my gosh, guys, I just realized I did something very stupid. I was giving a nice lesson on how I was painting the bat, and I was like, yes, I did the right thing because I'm recording the stream, and then I realized that I paused the recording, like, 1 second in, just so I would be able to, just so I would be able to, like, make sure it was working. And it's been paused at 1 second the entire stream. I've got, like, no good okay, whatever. It's all good. I'll have to make sure to grab it from Twitch before it disappears. Base 300, the number of the Spartan soldiers in Thermopylae. I don't know what that is, Grendel. I don't know what Thermopylae is. Or if I'm even pronouncing it correctly. Experiment with the very light on the eyes of the bat to give it a vampiric, creepy, yet cool feel. I'm definitely going to work with it more. With the very light eyes? Oh, experiment with very light eyes. I'm curious. What if I did, like, if I reflected the color again? Like that? And then sort of, maybe... How could I do that? Something like this could work. That actually could work very well. That actually works way better. Thank you, Grendel. Hello, Sparky. How are you doing? How is everything going? Oh, yeah, I'll get it from Twitch. It's fine. I'm trying to get better at starting to, I'd avoid red. It looks like flesh popping out and it's too creepy. Oh, shoot! No, that's not the look I want. Okay, that's not what I want then. What would work? Try white or light blue? Not really sure white's gonna work. Maybe I'll make it, like, pearlescent? I don't know. I kind of like the red, but I see what you're saying with the, with the flesh matching. Ah! Maybe if I did it like a different tone? Different type of red? I'm not really sure. Purple could work, maybe? I will have to figure that out at another point. I don't know. I might have to use a few more references for that one. I think there's, oh my gosh, there's so many different ways that we could jump in here. I think the cat and the bat are going to be a little too similar. I might try jumping in with a pumpkin and test that out. Neon green? Could try that. Wait, that's not the right layer. Neon green or yellow? I'd have to change the tone for sure, but... maybe? I don't know. I'm not quite in love with it yet. I don't know, I'm still trying to keep the cute look, and I don't quite know where it's going. Eyes shine when Sparky hears green. What else? Oh, maybe I could work on the candles. Wouldn't be super time consuming, would they? A few of these are all, yeah, a fair amount of these are time consuming. Where did my candle reference go? Here we go. Maybe I'll do the candles. That would be a fun one. It's now cute and horrifying! Yay! Oh, I might do some variations on that. I might give people some choices on that matter. I'm kind of curious how well I could do the candles. Sort of want to play with that a bit. So that's gonna be, like, very strong towards the top where the light's coming off. And then it's going to be cooler towards the bottom. And it's also gonna be a little bit transparent looking because candle. And I'm going to add a little bit of purple at the bottom here. I don't want to mess with it too much, but I just kind of want to... No. Alright, I'll keep it to the warms. I'll keep it to the warms, that'll be better. This, I'm going to push a little more in intensity. I'm going to push these up towards the middle a little bit in intensity. And sort of do like a little in-between here so it feels kind of transparent in the center. Should be good. Eye color references sent. What? Oh, I see what you're going for. I'm not sure that... Alright, I'll jump on that real quick. Just because I'm curious at this point. I don't know if that's gonna work for something small and cute. I know the look you're going for. I'm just not sure if it works for the type of character we have. Sometimes things look really good on one character and don't match as well on another. So let's try this real quick. Just because you are piquing my curiosity at this point. See, there's some things that for some reason just don't look as good on different characters. It looks a little too frightening, maybe? I don't know, maybe if we darken it? What do you guys think about this? And then we really intensify that, like, the blue on the bottom? Do we like something like this? I know it's not as light as you want, but it's a little, yeah, it looks good for the references you have of real people, but it's hard to make it look good on, like, a cute plush. I don't know, I'm also trying to think of the multiple people, types of people who might grab these. It gives Esper vibes. Went from properly creepy back to cuter. What do you guys think? Do you think that this, this could work, maybe? Trying to think, actually, oh, that tone of green works well with the red, actually. I'll push that a bit, and I'll push the darker part on the top a little bit more. What do we think of something like this? Is that a good direction to go? It's not, I know, Grendel, it's not entirely what you're after. I have something to point out as a suggestion. Alright, hit me. Hit me with your best shot. I'm going to go back to the candles here. Point out the right pupil might be a bit too centered. Bit too centered. The right pupil might be a bit too centered. I don't entirely know what you mean. I would definitely clean this up later. This is sort of just like trying to figure out the general idea, but pupils are meant to be centered, right? If I'm understanding what you're saying. Yeah, that's fine. It's just, it's really, really roughly done. I would definitely clean it up more. I wouldn't just sort of slapdash it like this. I would go back in and clean it. Yeah, I'm being very loose with it at the moment. We could probably also add a highlight here, like show, maybe it's like the effect of the highlight or the glass. And actually add a little bit of a gradient here. Make it sort of have that glowing effect that I like. Clone the bat and give him a girlfriend with light fur and a bow tie and give her different eyes. That could be good. That would be a really good way to do a color shift, is to do like a black and white variant. That could be fun. What do you think for the cat, just because you're throwing the ideas out now? I like that idea though. I mean, if I have a black cat, should the other one also be white? Mostly black with white details? Okay. I'm going to try to paint a bit on the candles here, just so I have something to work with. That is the wrong brush again. Like black with white socks? Alright, that makes sense. I just want to quickly, like, get a feeling for the candle work. But how's everyone been doing today, aside from watching a cat being psychologically tortured in a game? How's everything been going other than that? Are there any projects that anyone's working on? Is there any like content that people are doing aside from eating pizza? Eating pizza is plenty fine when you are a busy hero who needs to save the world and needs a break once in a while. That is totally fine. I have to go, but it's great to meet such a great artist like you. Aw, Sheehan, thank you so much. I really appreciate your kind words. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Wishing you all the best, and thank you for stopping in. Just got my hoodie in the mail. Ooh, nice. Gotta make an ad for my merch one of these days. Oh, the hoodie is yours? It's like your merch? You have your own merch now? Is that what you're saying? I haven't been watching any animal cruelty. No, Raylus's chat has been watching poor Raylus try to defeat demons. Still trying to wrap my head around the whole thing, and yes, the hoodie is a merch product. Ooh, okay, gotcha. Also, before I forget, I should probably throw this out. If anyone is interested, if anybody is interested in art and creativity, feel free to join the Art Focus Discord channel, which I should probably actually make Stream Elements repeat instead of Kofi. But we have a art Discord channel if you are an artist or you just appreciate art, and Stream Elements YouTube still doesn't like working. Thank you, Murdoch. I appreciate that. we have people who make art, and then we have people who are just there to appreciate art, and it's also a good way to get stream alerts here for the channel. And if you are interested, we would love to have you. We have all kinds of creative sorts. We actually, very recently, even if you don't do visual art, we have a writing channel now, a writing channel, music channel, and 3D. So we've got a few new things. It's slowly growing, slowly getting there. Have I heard of vidIQ? It's running a $1 promo and would help with titles, tags, and keywords. I have heard of vidIQ. I need to, yeah, I need to look more into it. At the moment, I'm like, I don't really... I'm not in the point where I can utilize all that vidIQ offers because I don't have enough evergreen content. But once I actually, like, am making more evergreen content that isn't just streaming, yes, I would be looking into vidIQ for sure. And I'm hoping that that, at the very least, can be fairly soon, at the very least with shorts and speed paints. Just to sort of, like, get me off the ground, and then I do want to be making dedicated videos. I'm just starting small to begin with. I'll join after the stream. Alright, sounds good, Neozora. Also, hello! Yes, all the places to post your work, or, if you're not an artist, you're also allowed to post art that you've received of yourself, as long as proper credit is given to your artist. Alright, I need to add a little bit more shading here. There's a little, get in between a bit here. My message got lost in the Ray flood. Oh, sorry about that. No, I've been in Rails' stream and my messages have gotten lost in the Kyo flood, so I completely understand. Was part of the Kitty Spooky stream. Are these for something special? Yes and no. They're Vtuber assets for anyone to use. They're going to be free. I'm going to have them on my Ko-fi page, and they're going to be for anyone to download and use on their own stream. So I guess I would say special in terms of the holiday. But yeah. Oh, actually, here's what I should do. I should add another layer, and I should fill it with Add Glow, because I like to abuse that greatly. I love abusing the Add Glow. It's fun to abuse Add Glow. It makes everything nicer. It just makes everything pop. It makes everything more fun. I abuse this like there's no tomorrow. Look at that difference. It's so over the top. I love it. Can I post someone else's art? I did not know that. You can. I don't allow the links in the art channel just because most people are, you know, using that to throw things off. But if you want to just like write out like the art is by so and so on Twitter, then that's fine. Yeah, if you have like fan art that someone made for you, you want to say like fan art of myself made by catartist123 on Twitter, then that is a-okay. How many are there total? I don't even know. How many are there total? I'm scared to count because my friend was telling me the other day that he's like, I think you might have made too many, and I'm like, yeah, you're probably right. I might have gone a little overboard. It's okay. I love doing it. I'm gonna have to light the candles at some point soon too. Maybe we should light the black flame candle. I don't want to lock that. There we go. Oh, it's getting spooky. It's getting spooky. I'll do something a bit cleaner, but just want to generally get the idea down, right? It's getting spooky! And then, of course, this has to have its own add glow dodge thing, because why wouldn't it? Because I love to abuse the power I have. Look at that. Look at the spooky candles. Ah! I love it. I love the spooky candles. I'll add more shading and detail so it actually, like, has a little bit more realism, but yes. All the spookiness of the candles. We're making a good effort time so far. We've got our stupid paper plate. I love this paper plate. It has construction paper texture. I love it so much. We've got our pirate hat and our princess hat. What else we got here? Boop, boop, boop. What else, what else, what else? Some question, how much for the spooky candles? I'm giving away the spooky candles, but I feel like I'm going to regret that for you specifically. I feel like that is going to cause trouble. Alright, why don't we go with the classic pumpkin? Why don't we just focus on our classic pumpkin here? We'll get some good pumpkin colors. Good pumpkin shading. Good old classic pumpkin fun. Yeah, I'm giving away this set on Ko-fi. On Ko-fi specifically, hopefully within the next few days, because I'm running so late for the holidays, it's not even funny. So what I'm probably gonna end up doing is I'm going to have like a base set of assets for every holiday, and then like I'm going to be doing more detailed niche assets in the time going forward. But then for anyone who wants the basic stuff will be free. Alrighty, time to burn myself with a glue gun. Murdoch, be careful, please. We've already got emotional damage on one person's side. We don't need physical damage on another. Although it does sound like that whatever you're doing is going to be fun, so. Alright, we've got some... throwing on some pillow shading here on the top, even though we shouldn't be doing that. Still works. I know the risk. Fair enough, I suppose. I won't be doing anything this year, sadly. That's alright. I mean, I don't know. Heavy could just use the candles year-round, frankly. There's enough spooky VTubers who could probably just end up using these anytime. What am I making? I'm playing God and creating pumpkins. I have several ideas for the candles. That worries me. I have a slight concern. Candles are just good in general, right? It's kind of like a good generic thing to have regardless of the season. Especially if you're an Eldritch Plague Doctor. I'm gonna add a tiny bit of shading to one side, just because I think it might help make things a little more interesting. Add a little bit more roundness. And in the center, I'm just going to add a little bit more light. There we go. Don't eat them. The candles aren't for eating, they're for ambiance. Spooky ambiance. He said relax and something about tears? What? Oh no. Okay, I'm going to add another light. What did I just do? What did I just do? Oh, okay. Need to get rid of this thing. There we go. Need to get rid of the color so that I can properly select things. Never gonna be perfect, but it's a good way to sort of start. And we'll fill that with a color. Any color. Doesn't matter which color. Make sure we get in between here. Just realized that I painted outside the line. That's okay. We'll fix that in just a sec. In just a jiffy. Anything else? Any stray marks, stray lines I'm not paying attention to. And we'll get rid of this part here. There we go. And grab this. We've got leaf. You should be okay with kitties by now. And pumpkin leaves are actually pretty yellow, so I should keep that in mind. They're pretty pale. Jiffy. I don't need any peanut butter right now, but thank you. I appreciate the offer. Alright. I'm not going to go crazy on detail, but I just want to get the idea of there sort of being like rough veins in the leaf. And I can mimic that with just a few extra paint coats. This is what I'm saying, where I really want to get better at trying to figure out how to simplify things so that they look good from a distance. It's a really important skill to learn, I think. And it's something I'm still trying to learn about. So from a distance, it looks way more detailed than it is, right? It's a good trick to know. But there's so much to it that I have a while to go with it. Ugh. And then hopefully by this time next week, I should be able to post the mansion piece that some of you might have seen me working on. And Rayless is present in that, so hopefully you guys get to see the finished piece sooner than later. What is the detail like on this thing? We've got a brighter piece here. I'm just looking at photos of leaves for this. We've got bright pieces here, bright pieces here. I'm not being super particular. I just sort of want to get the general idea of where the veins are. And then I'll clean up the edges so they don't look like they're overlapping too much, because that's what makes things look dirty. So at the very least, I'll just sort of make like a little in-between here. And then kind of clean that up later. And then grab that medium color and sort of fade it from the center. That'll help a lot. Something... And I'll throw this in the center here, so we can kind of... I'm trying to do a little bit of fading and gradation while I'm focusing on the one leaf. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, to the mansion piece. Soon enough, right? I did not paint entirely into the line. That's the thing that happens if you're going to be doing selections. You still have to keep in mind that you have to check the edges. Congrats on 300 subs. Thank you, K-pop. Thank you, thank you. I really appreciate it. It was thanks to Rails' community and the poor cat getting scared to death. There's a part of me that's like slightly like I'm happy that the community tab is soon rolling out for everybody. I don't have it yet. And I was like, oh, that was gonna be like the big 500 goal, but at least there's gonna be like a lot to work with eventually. Has anyone else gotten the community tab yet before 500? I know a few people have. I've not been lucky yet. The leaf looks good. It needs some cleanup, but thank you. I'm just sort of adding some shading to the edges here. Just to sort of get the difference, and I want to grab some of this lighter color. Hit the edge. There we go. We can actually see it now. I wish YouTube streams had channel points. Oh, believe me, I do too. Believe me. I signed up for, what's it called? The... what is it? Truffle? It's called Truffle? I signed up for Ludwig's, Truffle program. But, you know, that's probably not going to be for probably another year or two. Would be my guess. But yeah, I really wish they did too, John, for sure. For sure, for sure. Because, like, personally, I actually want to try and grow the YouTube channel more, and I know that that's going to be an evergreen thing. I know I have to be making more actual evergreen content. But it would be nice to have the points here, too. Just sort of pushing the difference in color a little bit more. I could probably push it even more after, frankly. But I'm just sort of trying to get the feeling down, the idea down. I will clean that up when I can think about it a little bit more. He has to vote for a VR game. I can't like, I'm so happy that he hit the goal, but I'm also scared for him. Honestly. Like, I'm very happy for him, but I'm also very scared for him. Because I know he said, like, I set this so that you guys wouldn't hit it, and then you guys hit it anyway. You wanted to look into that? Yeah, it's on a waitlist period, and I think I'm, like, behind Iron Mouse, so, you know. I know Iron Mouse put herself on the waitlist. The thing is, like, I put myself on the waitlist very, very, very early, but with a different account name, so I don't think it's gonna work. I don't think it's gonna qualify. Because they didn't say give us, like, your YouTube link, they just said give us the channel name. Which is now different, so I have to throw myself back at the bottom of the list. Alright, I think I've done enough with a tiny, insignificant stem. Right, gotta throw in the... What do you call this? The... What do you call this? It's not a trunk. This is the stem. Duh. Gotta get the color in here. I know it seems like there's some parts that I'm, like, nitpicking a little too much, but honestly, like, the coloring part is the most relaxing to me, and it is the, in my opinion, it's the quickest, especially compared to something like the line art. The coloring is when I can just sort of have fun and experiment and make things all painterly and nice. I really like, painterly work. I still get to do the nice clean line art, but I really like doing the painterly effects, and that's what I was saying earlier in the stream, that it's sort of like, it's kind of like what the Pixiv style is. Clean line art, painted inside. It takes time, but it does create the cleanest finish, in my opinion. And then I'm going to save the minute I get the highlights on here. I hate line art. Niazura, I felt the exact same way that you do. I absolutely couldn't stand line art. I thought it was the most irritating thing ever. My style is usually extremely painterly with no line art. But I kind of, like, gradually trained myself into liking it. Or, not to liking it, I still don't like... I love the finish of it. I hate doing it. But I trained myself to figure out how it works, if that makes sense. And I think the hardest part is learning to do line art with a thin brush. But the thin brush creates a delicacy to the style, and it kind of makes everything flow a little nicer. And I'm still trying to figure it out. I still haven't gotten it exactly how I want it, but I'm closer than I was before, that is for sure. There we go, nice little stem to the pumpkin. I feel like I can still push these colors a little bit stronger. A little bit more. I'm gonna need an actual... I'm gonna have to be careful because that is a strong red. Sort of have to delicately tap it a bit, and then make it work together better later. Work together better later. That sounds strange. And then a little bit of shading where the leaf is. There we go. That's not too bad. Going back over it a little bit to sort of soften it. I'm gonna try using this to soften it a little bit. I don't want to get rid of my brush strokes completely. I just want to sort of soften a tiny bit of the edge. I like my brush strokes. I want to keep them a little bit brushy. Something like that should be good, and then see if we can sort of... There we go. Yeah, that's nice. A little shadow here to the piece. Something very loose. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Pumpkin as a food, yes or no? Probably not. Probably not for me, anyway. Answer is both depending on the type of pumpkin? What other kinds of pumpkin would there be? Do you mean like in what form of food? Or do you mean, or do you mean like what type of gourd? I want to intensify this so much more. I'm gonna keep cheating. I love to cheat with this. It's stupid, but I love it. It's not cheating if you know how to use it right, right? If you're being fairly sparing. I'm not being sparing. I'm not being sparing. I just like how it looks. I like things that glow and sparkle. You can't deny this from me, you know? I'll cut it back a little bit, but... you know. It's an art cheat. It's a little bit of an art cheat. It's a Rostra's cheat. My image of you as an angel is ruined. I mean, is it, like... what if there's professionals in the industry doing it? Then what? Then how do you feel? It adds so much more magical feelings. I like it so much. It adds so much that I cannot do because I can't keep, like, duplicating my highlights in the same way. It just helps me a lot. It helps me push the boundaries of what I couldn't do before. See, look at that. It feels clean and happy now. Look at that. That's a clean and happy pumpkin. That is a happy pumpkin. My aunt says use canned pumpkin for pumpkin pie because it takes an entire day to prepare a whole pumpkin to be pie filling. Yeah, that makes sense. Profound sadness? No! No, it's a good thing. It makes everything light and happy and fun. We like it. It makes everything joyous. Also, hello, Fluffy. How's everything going? No, Sparky. I'm making happy colors. These are good things. Please. Please understand. No, Sparky! Guys, I'm giving Sparky an existential crisis here. Because I said that I liked using lights. No, Sparky! Sparky, please. Sparky. I did the dumbest thing. So did I, Fluffy. I just turned a hero into a villain. What did you do? Sparky! Oh my gosh. Okay, alright, come back. I am doing things that make art look better. No, see? No, Sehiro. No, please don't fight. I look away for 3 seconds. No villain Sparky. We like hero Sparky, please. We like hero Sparky. Also, hero Sparky doesn't get in trouble with the other hero. All I wanted to do was make pretty colors. Oh my goodness, no. If I was in Naruto, as soon as he starts saying I used to be like you, I would be like, son of a gun, I'm in. Oh, yeah. Boah. Life is crazy. People are crazy. Things are crazy. But we have pretty pumpkins. And that's what really matters. The colors look so much better on the screen I'm working with. The colors on here look so... Yeah, I'm gonna have to change the colors. No? No to what? Ay. Alright, I think we can do one more item here. I'm not entirely sure what it should be, though. Sea Heroes Clash would probably make a wormhole. I would not doubt that. What? You guys are confusing me. I don't know what's going on anymore. I thought I did, but I didn't. I don't. I never know anymore. I'm trying to think of one more thing we can do here. That is something I can actually think about how it works. Some of these pieces are so big. Why did I do this to myself? We're gonna go with the glasses. I don't know. I feel like I could maybe handle the glasses. Maybe. Alright, we're not gonna do an OP off here. Okay. Am I confusing? Dolphin, despite the fact that you didn't contribute to the conversation of confusion, yes, I still find a lot of what you say confusing. Frankly, I think most of you guys in chat are confusing. Like, I love talking to you guys, but yes, I do get very confused. I learn things too, but I do get confused. It's kind of impossible not to. We're going again with the plastic texture. Stupid plastic texture. Honestly, I should have just done one and flipped it. I don't know why I'm doing it this way. Confusion Kane, let's go. I needed this. You needed to confuse me? Was that your destiny? Was that your true purpose? My mod. Take it outside of stream, guys. Take it outside of stream. Also my mod. Summons Gundam. I love you guys so much. It's insane. Anime here is true form. Few story arcs later, now it's my true form. Few seasons later, still not my true form. Bakadoodle inspiration. Gosh, if honestly, like if I could, I would just like I would spend all my days doing stupid Bakadoodles if I just had all the time in the world. Why wouldn't I, you know? Honestly. Alright, we're gonna get some silly highlights here. Going in the same direction, maybe? That doesn't even work. How about this? How about we do like a... How do we want to do this? Light airbrush? Yeah, light airbrush works in the center, maybe? Light airbrush... Strong color. There we go. Something like that. Thank you, Dolphin. Yeah, Sea Hero and Sparky collab would fit very well, aesthetically, for sure. That'd be fun. A little bit of lights, a little bit of color. It might be menial. I know you'd be paying the bills and making bank. Because I feel like I couldn't be making bank because they're more simple and silly, so. I don't know. I feel like there's so much I have to test with that kind of thing, maybe? I really don't know which way I would go about it, I suppose. Gotta figure out a good solution. And I don't know what it is yet. Gotta go? Alright, Has. Thank you for stopping by this chaos of a stream, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Alright. Inset plastic on the eyes, inset plastic on the stem. Should work nicely. And crank them out in like, what, 10 minutes? No, actually, they, some of them take me like an hour. I try to limit them to an hour, but some of them would be more surprising. Like, the pony one, that took an hour, I think. Reminding Starlight to say it was one thing that isn't confusing. I do appreciate it. Been trying to get everything together, own stream and life. I mean, yeah, it's hard to get everything all set up for that kind of stuff. But I will see you later, Sparky. Thank you for stopping in. Pony one is a lot more effort. Yeah, I was trying to design the ponies. That was probably it. I was trying to, like, figure out what worked best to create the most amount of, chaos possible. I don't know. Maybe I should have like timed those, honestly. That would have helped a lot. I should have timed them. Okay. This is an interesting part that we will... That's not useful. There we go. So the way I did this for the shamrock is I had the main color. Let's see if I can reduce this without reducing anything else. Can I change this, or is this gonna have to be on a separate layer from everything else? It might have to be on a separate layer, which is fine. Can do that. Reduce the opacity a little. I think we should make them in... Probably not a pure black. That's not fun. Let's make that in like a... red, maybe? Something darker. A maroon? Something to that effect, maybe? A little more intense. Still want to talk about future artwork? Still thinking about what to say? Yeah, whenever you get a chance, Sparky, just feel free to DM me and we can talk. But yes, all the best. Something like that could work. Shutter shades. How about making it one of the glasses with plastic lines, like the ones that trended around 2015? Glasses with plastic lines. I'm not sure what you mean. Oh, I do know what you mean. I do know what you mean. Maybe for like a New Year's thing, that could be fun. I think I need something that's like a little more generically Halloween-y. That'll work. Okay. Why don't we test this? Can we test this? Can we test this on our model? I like testing the translucent pieces. There we go. Might try to make that a little bit of a nicer color, but what do we think? Does that work? These are all so silly looking. Got inspired to draw. I thought about pulling out my tablet for 1 second. I became sleepy. Yeah, no, I totally understand that. I might see if I can push the saturation a little bit more, but I think that's good for now. I think that gives us a good amount. I think, okay, you know what? This is good. We've got a fair amount played around here today. I think this is probably where we are going to stop the stream for the moment. What I will most likely do, just because we are trying to get these done as fast as possible, is I'm probably going to finish these off stream, and then I am most likely going to most likely finish these off stream. Next stream, what I want to try to do, potentially, I still sort of need to think this out of my head, is I think I want to try doing the speed paints I've mentioned before. I think I want to try and doing a character within one stream. I want to see how well we can do that. But I think we made a decent amount of progress, and I will continue working off stream, and next stream is going to be Tuesday. For those who haven't yet, consider joining the Art Focus Discord channel, where you can be an artist or just an art appreciator, and we would love to have you. I'll see if I can throw that up real quick, or Murdoch will do it. Except I think he's covered in Ross board shavings, so that's totally fine. Guess who snuck off and is at work with their phone? Oh my gosh, Vessa. We got a little bit of the bat done. We got a bat done. We got some candles done. Heavy has said that they want the candles. We got a cute pumpkin. Got a lot of fun things. Came back in the end. I'm sorry. But yeah, you caught seeing the end. You caught seeing the last few pieces. Thank you, Murdoch. I appreciate that greatly. Yeah, we're gonna finish this off. Hopefully by early next week, we're going to have them posted on Twitter, and I'll of course throw a link in the Discord for these. And then next stream, we will try and see what we can do for a single painting stream. I am excited. I hope you guys are too. I'm thinking that might be a cool collection of work that I want to start doing. We learned what pillow shading is. Yes, true. Alright. I don't think I know if anyone is streaming, but let me at least do my due diligence and check. I believe everybody is off. Everyone that I would have sent you to, I believe, is offline today. But thank you so much, guys, for coming around. I really, really appreciate it. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day, evening, or night. And thank you so much, Stargazers. Stay creative, and I will see you on Tuesday.